So let me close by going a little bit back to the basics, and I'm going to give you a real quick day in the life of a typical club using the iGoFigure software. Gail says, excellent stuff. Thanks. Thanks, Gail. I appreciate that. I'll pay you that $20 that I promised I'd pay you if you posted good comments. Don't forget to send me your PayPal. No, I'm kidding. Watch, everybody's going to start posting good comments now. All right. We're going to go through a typical day from opening your GoFigure software in the morning. Yeah, everyone's saying me too. Okay. From opening your software in the morning, we've done that already. I think you know how to do that, right? Double-click on GoFigure. To clocking in your employees, let's just go through that real quick. You'll know that under employee records, every employee can get a time clock number. So we'll look here at Zoe, and here's her time clock number. Now, you know, in the old days, it used to be that we recommended you put the time clock number as the last 4 digits of their home phone or cell phone or social security number. You'll see that we have quite a long number here for Zoe's time clock number because it's her key tag number. Just give her an extra key tag. It's okay if you give your employees a key tag so that they can work out too. Just give them 2 key tags and enter the number in the right place. System is going to know the difference. You can identify them by putting a little star on one of them with a Sharpie marker or something like that. So the old way of using the time clock was to come here to button number 13, time clock, and manually punch in the number. You really no longer need to do that, and you don't have to interrupt whoever's working on the system. You just assign your employees a little key tag. They go scan it in front of the barcode scanner just as if they were a member scanning in to work out, except the system knows they're not a member coming in for a workout. They're an employee clocking in for work. And when they scan that, Gina says, we do that already. You go, Gina. Give me another second. Let me fill in the blanks for the people who don't, and we'll move on to the next thing. Have the employee scan the key tag in front of the barcode scanner, and it will pop up, and it will say, welcome, Gina. You have been clocked in for work at 9:01 and 12 seconds a.m. You were late for the 3rd time this week. You're fired. No, I'm kidding. It doesn't really say that last part, but it does track their time down to the hours, minutes, and seconds. People can clock in and clock out all day, clock in for work, clock out for a break, clock back in after the break, clock out for lunch. You get the idea. The system prints a detailed timesheet that will show all the work hours as well as all the commissions, all the products they sold, and all of the memberships that they signed up. Okay, entering a new member. Real quick, let's go through the new member entry process. Again, just a good overview and review to make sure that you're kind of dotting the I's, crossing the T's. We're signing a membership to a new member. Who is signing up? I mean, the guys might not normally be welcome, but I'm going to go ahead and put myself in here. All right, that screen's fairly straightforward. Now, I'm not going to waste your time while I sit here and type in front of you making up information. Obviously, you can enter a street address, and obviously you can enter a birthday and an employee and different phone numbers. So let me instead just stress the importance of actually entering this information. So many of the advanced features in the iGoFigure system rely on having this information. How are you going to send postcards in the mail for miss you cards or anything else, or birthday cards, if you don't have their address on file? How are you going to use the email feature if you don't have their email? How is the system going to know when it's their birthday? Or be able to wish them a happy birthday, which, by the way, it does automatically when they scan in on a couple of days on either side of their birthday, if they don't have their birthday. So please, this is very important stuff. You all know that there is a form on the figure analysis or fitness assessment, whatever the name might be, on your new member paperwork, essentially, to collect this information. Please make it non-negotiable with your employees. They are to collect and enter this information for every new member they sign up. And if there's members that you don't have this information for, shore up the information, start to collect it, start to use some of these features that I'm showing. Member attributes, same thing. I already stressed the importance of member attributes. There's a note right here. You can create additional attributes, and it tells you where. Please go crazy with attributes is the advice that we love to give people. You can have an unlimited number in the system. You can assign an unlimited combination of those attributes to each and every member, limited only by your creativity and imagination, and it can really improve the relations with your members and therefore help your members stay longer and help you get new members. So, assign your attributes, check them off here. Okay, this is where you would select the agreement. You will see that 3-month prepay is no longer here. That's because of the example I gave during the first half of this session where I showed you that I deactivated 3-month prepay. You will see a confirmation of the type here. If this person is an add-on, you would check this button and select the primary member. One of the very nice things about iGoFigure is you can assign any membership type onto any other. It doesn't have to be an add-on member in order to have a primary member associated. I could say this is a month-to-month, but they're an add-on, and this is their primary member. And, of course, I would enter their key tag number. All right, next screen right here. This is where we enter the salesperson and the advertising source. These are required so that your projection sheet turns out correctly. They are important. Please make sure you're not just choosing a few drop-downs. This will help you compute closing averages for salespeople, accurately compute commissions if you do pay them, and your advertising sources are going to help you in ways that we'll tell you lots more about in future upcoming iCamps in terms of how you can use your advertising sources to really help your bottom line. Okay, on the next screen here, date joins. We put this person in as a prepaid member, so we have only a date join and a contract end date. If it was a regular prepaid, a check draft type, we would also have date of the next draft. Just make sure these dates are correct. If you're offering a special like join now, get the rest of the summer free, make sure that you change the next draft date forward to the appropriate date. Sign-up fee and dues paid at sign-up. Now, let's say that your sign-up fee is $149, but you're offering 66% off because of whatever special. This is exactly the place where you change this information. Sign-up fee, I know a lot of you use the sign-up fee as your kind of fudge factor. It's sometimes what it takes, especially in the tight economy, to get people in the door. They're perfectly willing to give you their credit card number or their checking account number and to pay your $29 or $39 or $49 per month dues, but somehow they just can't get over that $149 sign-up fee. You know, that's a one-time fee. You'll never miss that money if you get a new member on board who's happily paying you dues month by month, and you have a great new potential source for buddy referrals if you can make them a happy member. I know a lot of you would use your sign-up fee as that fudge factor, do whatever it takes to get them on board, and that's why we put it here for you in the software. Okay? On this next screen here, does the member want to be weighed and measured monthly? This is something very nice for those members who may perhaps not want to. You say no if they don't. If they do, you get a very straightforward screen with all the weights and measurements. Member summary page, I'm not going to take your time right now to show you this an example. I do want to let you know it's a nice report. It's very powerful. It'll give you some great visibility. If you haven't been using it, go through and print your member summary page for the next member that you sign up. I think you're going to do it from that point forward because you'll really see some great, nice information that it gives you. Okay, I think I lost my questions screen here. Give me 1 second. Sorry, folks. Okay, great. So, payments and product sales screen. This is how did they pay. Let's just real quickly say that they paid us $92.40 in cash. And there you go. That's the member entry process. I know I went through it really quick. Again, I just wanted to highlight the important points, like making sure that you capture the information, address, email, and birthday. Making sure that you do the important things like don't just accept the date it gives you for the date of the next draft. Make sure you verify that information, especially if you're offering any specials. I showed you where to change the amount of the sign-up fee in case you're offering a special. If you follow these steps, you remember those highlights, you should have good, solid, reliable member entry. And you know that's where it all starts. We have a saying in the computer field called GIGO, G-I-G-O. It means garbage in, garbage out. I'm sure a lot of you have probably heard that. And it's a way of implying that the information you get out of your computer system is only as good as the information that you put in. This is where getting good information all starts, is on the new member entry process. Okay. What else are you going to do in the day of a life of a club using GoFigure? You're going to enter your members. You're going to put in your no sales, and that's a very straightforward process. You would enter the name of the person. I'm just going to start typing stuff here because we're short on time. Phone number, very important. Email, very important. Date of the visit. Source, this helps you track which of your advertising sources are actually resulting in visits and in sign-ups. Salesperson, this also helps you track which are your best salespeople, which one are losing sales. And the reason is very important. Again, somebody says time, just moved to area and started a new job. All right? This allows you to keep track of your no sales, accurately compute closing averages for every employee, and market to your previous no sales. This is a prime example of somebody who joined for a reason that's perfectly defeatable. Let's say that somebody said that the reason was limited facility hours. And by the way, that is an option that we do have in there. And they type in some comment about your limited facility hours. Let's say that in the future you go with a 24-hour unmonitored system because let's just say theoretically that gets approved for you a little further down the line. And by the way, GoFigure does offer door access hardware. And if there's any special stipulations from your franchisor that says, yes, you're allowed to use your door access, but only if your software is capable of doing this. Trust me, we're going to find out whatever this is, and we'll make sure that our software is compatible with anything that you guys need to be able to run it in your facility, because it's a great way that you can compete with all those other people around you who might be open late nights, all hours, 24/7. You know, that's so important, especially in this 24-hour society. If you have firefighters, nurses, doctors, police officers, or any other types of shift workers who might not be able to get in during your normal hours, including the 2 hours you're closed at lunch or whatever, then this might be something that's very, very useful. So track the reason for the objections. If you start to go to 24/7 with electronic door access in your facility, contact all the people who told you limited facility hours, and you got them as new members in your facility. Okay, closing out your day, you are going to put in your new members. You're going to put in your no sales. You use payments and product sales, which we already just went through to sell your products. Toward the end of the day, what are you going to do? You're going to close out with your money management, your paperwork, your reports. If you want to do any, you'll back up and shut down. So let's take a look at that real quick in the remaining 7 minutes that we have. By the way, if any of you have any final questions, this is about the time to ask it, because we've got about 7 more minutes on the air here together, and then we got to go. So go ahead and start queuing up your questions if you have any. Money management is real nice because it's all wizard-based. It tells you how many transactions you have ready to process. You would come in here, and most of the time you're just going to say select all, next, 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 done. If somebody in particular comes to you and goes, please, 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 don't put through my draft today. I'm a salesperson. I work on commission. Didn't get my check yet. Promise you my dues are going to bounce. And you know them. They're a member in good standing for a long time. Then you just uncheck those people, and they're not going to be included. I'm smiling at some of the many nice messages that I'm getting right now. I'm not going to read all of them on the air, but I will take a few final questions. Okay. Money management, like I said, very straightforward. Select all, next, 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 done. By the way, if any of you are not signed up for electronic integrated payment processing through iGoFigure, you need to call us the minute this webinar is over, the minute this iCamp is over, and find out some information on that. Using your internet connection, the iGoFigure software can electronically bill credit cards and can EFT ACH money directly out of members' accounts. Bank accounts, meaning checking accounts or saving accounts, directly into yours. It is fast, it is convenient, it is extremely competitively priced, and I challenge you to challenge us on that. Call us, see if we can meet or beat any competing deal that we're getting. Allow us to show you how much time and especially money you could save if you use electronic integrated payment processing through your iGoFigure software. Okay, so getting close to the end of the day, you've entered your members, put in your no sales, sold your products. Got any refunds you need to do in collections? We're not going to get into all the nitty-gritty. Janet said, love EFT via GoFigure. So easy and such a time saver. Can we get ACH to lower a few of their fees to be more competitive? You know what, Janet? Please give us a call. We'd like to see exactly what you mean by that, because almost everybody that we have talked to said that our service is extremely competitive. And I'll tell you what usually makes the difference. Some people have been with their family bank for 35 years and are getting just a ridiculously low rate that there's no way that we can touch. You know what? In almost all those cases, for the slight difference in price, the hours that you will spend trying to manually synchronize two services is way offset. Unless you're the only one in your business and your time is free and you don't care, and Janet says agree on that, good, then definitely give us a call and give us an opportunity to show you that we can definitely save you money and time. And I appreciate your comments that you love the EFT and that it is such a time saver.